Dear fellow scholars, this is a new episode. Today we are going to talk about an incredible book that I just finished reading. It is called The Future Is Now, How AI is Changing Everything You Do by Kai-Fu Lee. It is written by one of my old friends and longtime collaborators. So of course, I have a slightly biased view on it, but still let me convince you why it is worth reading this book. And if you don't have time to read it, then watching this video will also do the trick. Kai-Fu Lee is the chairman and CEO of Sinovation Ventures and the former head of Google China. He is one of the very few people who can really claim to be an expert both in computer science and in artificial intelligence. Before writing this book, he has also authored another highly acclaimed book called AI Superpowers, China, Silicon Valley, and the New World Order, which talks about how China is beating the US in AI. So you could say that he is uniquely positioned to write this book. And yes, he does not disappoint. This book is so good that almost every page contains highlights for me. So what is this book about? Well, as the title suggests, it is about how artificial intelligence is changing everything we do. But wait a minute, isn't this a topic that is overexposed? Doesn't everyone talk about AI these days? Yes, everyone talks about it, but everyone also thinks that they understand it. We hear about artificial intelligence from the news and the headlines all the time. Self-driving cars, image generation, large language models, and more. But have you ever stopped and thought about what artificial intelligence actually is? Because here's a little secret. Most people do not know what artificial intelligence really means and how it works. Even many of us who work in this area don't really know. Many of us think that once someone invents general artificial intelligence, our lives will change. But we don't really appreciate that AI is already among us. And when you get past the hype, what you find is that most of today's AI applications fall into two categories. One of them is that they help augment humans to do their job better or faster. The other one is that they automate away some jobs that were done by humans before. In this book, Kai-Fu Lee goes through numerous examples for both of these cases. And while doing this, he also explains the fundamentals of how artificial intelligence works. So let me give you some examples. One of the examples that I found most interesting is how AI is used in Netflix. That's right. The next time you fire up your Netflix, you might want to thank a little piece of AI for recommending a show to you. These recommendations are based on what similar users like you have watched in the past. And these recommendations are not only personalized to you, but they are also personalized to each of the 230 million families that are subscribed to Netflix. Isn't that amazing? Or how about Spotify, for instance, which uses AI to recommend songs that you might like. And this is based on what other users with similar taste as you have listened to. And the AI system remembers which songs you skipped and which ones you liked. And it learns from all of this to make better and better recommendations. We also see that AI is being used to increase safety. For instance, did you know that Facebook uses AI to detect undesirable content? They use AI for detecting violence, nudity, and other things that go against their terms of service. And Google Photos uses AI to detect inappropriate content as well. For instance, if someone uploads an image where someone snatches a chocolate bar out of another person's hand, the AI system will notice that the person who gives away the chocolate is smiling, which means that this is likely not an indecent or violent event, but rather a funny one. So it will not be flagged by the system. Of course, we also see lots of examples of how AI automates away certain tasks. For instance, in healthcare, AI can look at X-ray images and identify diseases earlier and more accurately than humans. That's right, machines can now diagnose diseases better than doctors. If you add up the cost of the equipment and the doctor's expertise, this can be orders of magnitude cheaper than human experts. However, it gets even better. There are cases where AI systems are being used to assist doctors rather than to replace them. For instance, Google has developed an AI system called Quick, which helps doctors identify eye diseases much earlier than they would be able to without its help. Early detection can save many lives. In manufacturing, robots powered by AI are collaborating with humans. For instance, some robot arms are being used to perform dangerous tasks, such as handling radioactive materials. Another example is that AI is helping fight crimes. For instance, in China, an AI system can recognize suspects in a crowd within 60 seconds, even if the suspect is wearing a mask and the quality of the surveillance video is poor. Now these are just a few of the countless examples that are given in this book. They range from retail to agriculture, entertainment to finance, and more. And the book discusses both the opportunities and the risks of all of these technologies. The book is structured in a way that you start off by learning about the basics of artificial intelligence, and then it keeps building up layer by layer, and you get to see more and more complex applications. By the end of the book, you will have a much better idea of how AI works and what its limits are. And trust me, by the end of the book, you will also realize that AI is already among us, and it is only going to become more prevalent in the future. The book also discusses the ethics of AI and who is going to benefit from it and who might get left behind. And even though I am somewhat optimistic about AI, I also agree with the author that these are important issues that we need to discuss. My favorite part of the book was the section on creativity. Can machines be creative? You see, for the longest time, we thought that human creativity is something that sets us apart from machines. But is this really true? The book discusses how AI is already being used to generate music, text, and images. And as you have seen in one of my previous episodes, I am pretty excited about this technology myself. I especially love the Duchenne smile, a smile that reaches up to the eyes, something that I try to do whenever I see a friendly face. And that is exactly what you will experience while reading this book. I felt that the author was smiling at me from behind the screen as I was reading his words, and I believe that after you read this book, you will be smiling back. So go ahead and check it out. I think you are really gonna like it. If you are interested in more fundamental AI concepts, I also warmly recommend checking out a free online site that offers an excellent introduction to the field of AI. You can take their courses online for free, and if you wish, you can also get university-level credits for taking these courses. This online site covers topics such as neural networks, natural language processing, and computer vision. All of their courses have interactive visualizations and come with follow-up questions, and the instructors are some of the best and most renowned teachers in the field of AI. If you wish, you can also take my course there. Introduction to Artificial Intelligence. It is an introduction to the most important concepts in AI, and you can take it for free on this online site. Thanks for watching and for your generous support, and I'll see you next time.